Everyone, welcome to another Monday Reflection. This is where I read some calming poetry, one of my own and one by a poet I really admire. And then there's a topic of the week that we can all kind of reflect on and think about. And this week's topic, week 6, is on joy. And I thought it's appropriate to kind of remember those, I'd say, sweet moments of joy, even in the times where things are a bit rough, frustrating, or just really anxious. It's just to hold on to those kind of sweet memories and moments. So what I'm going to read, I'm going to read this one poem. It's called Sweetest Song, and it's really funny because the poem itself it's not about anyone specifically, but it's about kind of these like a metaphor of a musical instrument, which you'll hear. But the memory, I whenever I think of this poem and perform it, in the back of my mind, I always have this happy memory of I used to play rugby with a team in Birmingham before the lockdown, and I just remember we went on, I think, the trip to Cardiff. We had a match, and we were all staying in this hotel, and I remember talking to them. They knew I do poetry, and they wanted to hear something, so I was like, excited, and I read this one out, and yeah, they all laughed. And I think, bless them, I think they just didn't know what to, they've never been to a spoken word set, and I think you get so used to doing it with kind of poetry people, and you're in that environment and you love it, and then it's always so interesting to me now to always remember that a lot of people aren't used to poetry, and this is very new. So but I don't know, it just gives me that sense of, because even though they like my poems, it's a very funny memory to me, like, oh wow, I'm telling you something, I'm in the zone. And yeah, hopefully hopefully you don't laugh, but I run my fingers through your hair, my hand caresses your curls, wrapped around my fingertips like strings on a guitar. Your body plays the sweetest song. I hear the hum, I hear the rhythm, I hear the beat of every quake, the shockwaves of our embrace, the vibrations that you make. Your eyes roll back into space, the gentle notes of your heart against mine. This percussion deserves a rapturous applause. I am the conductor. I look into your eyes. There's a focus. There's a stillness, there's a pull that draws me closer and closer to you. Follow through, sustain the echoes, hold the note, feel the rhythm. I refuse to let this music stop. Thanks. Thank you. And yeah, and I wanted to really just use this week to kind of remember the joy, because I think that it's so easy to get really wrapped up in what is going on and how frustrating it is or confusing, and especially now in the UK it's bank holiday, so it's great to have that kind of extra day and just to kind of just spend time with yourself. And so that's why I thought it's important to remember that joy. It could be a happy memory, it could be doing something that you love or finding a way to approach that, but it's about making sure that even the smallest way of being able to get a positive mindset or a positive view through all of this, I think it's really essential. And I think that it can do us all a world of good, because I think sometimes you watch a press conference or you watch what's going on, and it can just make you feel a bit despondent and a bit disconnected and frustrated. But I think that stuff like this, for me, it gives me joy. It's almost like doing an open mic again in a weird way. It's like having a set, but this kind of the intimate moment when you kind of do like a prelude before a poem and then you do the poem. But yeah, so I think that'll be really good for this week if we try that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read another one. This is by Audre Lorde, and it's, she's, of course, all of you know this American writer, long past, but such a beautiful writer. And this poem I thought was really lovely. It's called Recreation, and it's similar to kind of the sort of aspects of that sort of, I guess, intimacy and stuff like that. But I think for someone, I guess for me, it's the joy in what you do, enjoying the writing and expressing yourself. And especially looking back to this time last year, it would have been such a fun bank holiday weekend. But I think, yeah, it's important to remember that joy. Coming together, it is easier to work after our bodies meet. Paper and pen, neither care nor profit, whether we write or not, but as your body moves, under my hands, charged and waiting, we cut the leash, you create me against your thighs, hilly with images, moving through our world, countries, my body writes into your flesh the poem you make of me. Touching you, I catch midnight as moon fires set in my throat. I love you, flesh, into blossom I made you, and take you made into me. So, thank you again for listening, and I hope you all stay safe. Have a wonderful week. Stay tuned, and I will see you for another Monday Reflections next week. Thank you. Bye.